Hi guys! For this course year I'll be reviewing Busuu, which is a Chegg service product and a very popular site. So to get started I just wanted to read this little explanation they have up at the top. It says, get access to compact lessons from the experts and connect with a community of native speakers to help you master words faster. So if you scroll, well, before we move on, first of all, there's a lesson component to this software, and second of all, there is a community component. So I thought that was very unique and interesting, and this has thousands of reviews on the App Store and a lot of really positive feedback. So here are the languages that you could learn if you wanted to. And then it kind of just sells itself to you a little further. You are welcome to pause and read any of this if you want to. Just some more reviews. It was a 4.7 on the Apple App Store, and then on Google Play Store 4.9, so that's very high. And then some of the ratings. Alright, now let's get started in looking at the software itself. Alright, and then in the explanation of how it works section, it talks about how you can learn at your own pace, and there are bite-sized lessons available to you to study at any time, and you only see the exercises kind of in order. That way you're not going to get ahead of yourself or miss anything. And then you also get certificates when you complete them, and then the option to learn with live people can be done either with one-on-one lessons with a professional tutor or in a group setting in more of a class atmosphere. So the next page, when you hit I want to sign up, you select which language you want to learn, and I'll say Spanish. Hola, sign up and just start learning Spanish. So I'll fill this out. So once you fill out all your personal info and create an account, it brings you to this first welcome page. Here you can see the different levels and the level kind of title that you're at. So if I scroll a little bit, it'll show you that after lesson 6, that's when you want to book your first time, which is a 45-minute lesson with somebody, and they're an expert teacher, and you kind of practice what you just learned in those previous few lessons. So those are kind of just little things that are sprinkled throughout every few lessons. And if you keep scrolling, you'll see that you'll get eventually after 75 different lessons and quite a few different one-on-one or group setting practice sessions. You have a review, and then you take your test to pass the certificate for A1, and then you graduate to A2, and so on. Alright, and as you may have guessed, these one-on-one sessions with a professional teacher are not free. So you can go to Book Now, which is like a little hyperlink you click on under select a time, and it shows you some different time slots within like the next day. So this is showing me starting at 4 a.m. tomorrow, some of the different times that I could meet, and then these are the teachers who would be, oh, well, some of them I guess are coming soon, but this first teacher shows you who you'd be actually working with. So if I went and clicked Book Now, it tells you some more details, and then at the bottom it gives you the disclaimer that by booking the lesson, you'll begin your 7-day free trial of live group lessons. You can book as many as you want during that time. But after the 7-day trial, then it does begin charging you. Alright, and here's the price breakdown for if you did want to have a lesson subscription. So you can pay $26 a month for 2 group lessons a month, $50 for 4, or $84 a month for 8. And yeah. Alright, and then here's the breakdown for just upgrading the courses themselves. So for 1 month, like month-to-month subscription, you would pay for the most, inclusive package. $13.99, for premium $9.99, and then this is what basic, which is free, includes as of now. If you click, obviously, the longer amount of time you commit to, the cheaper it is. So if you wanted to do something like this long term, like 2 years, that's not a bad price at all. But it is billed in like the full sum one time. But in the most premium package, you can learn up to 12 languages just versus the one in the other two options. And then it includes personalized study plans, you get the certificates, you can receive feedback from their community of native speakers, you can have access to it offline. There are grammar lessons, and then this is the last feature it has. Now let's take a look at lesson 1. When I click on it, this drops down. It tells me it's going to last about a minute long. I click here to start.
Hola.
And it just kind of walks me through some flashcards.
Hola.
I have to type it in. How do you spell it? Yay.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
So,
Me llamo Juan.
as you can see, there's just a few questions. Study plan was a premium feature, so we couldn't activate that. And then it tells me, like, for my bracket, how fluent I am. 29%, I guess, for an A1 level. Yay. And then how many words. And it doesn't show a daily streak because that's the first lesson I did. But it gives you some stats after lesson 1, so that's pretty cool. And then you would just continue to lesson 2. So pretty simple and easy. I think a downfall to this would be that if you're not paying that premium price, you're not going to have access to any of that one-on-one tutoring, which is what I think would make it a real language learning software apart from just the lessons themselves, because what it looks like is some flashcards and you could, repeat what they say and then fill in the blank, but for the most part, at least at the beginning, it's kind of looking like a Duolingo, similar to that, which is also free,
Me llamo
so
Elena.
it's not super surprising, but without that component of the community of speakers that are able to give you feedback and you talk one-on-one with them, I think that it would be pretty similar to a lot of the other kind of flashcard-based language learning applications, and for that reason, I wouldn't personally use this in a classroom. Maybe like if we have extra time and kids just want to practice some skills, I think that would be a good thing. Or maybe as a warm-up tool, but this is definitely not something that is going to be standalone, super beneficial in learning a language unless you're willing to pay that premium price. So now we're going to go over to community. Over here is where you can see other people. You could give them feedback if you want. Listen to them. Should we listen to someone? Let's do it.
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, so she did good. I understood what she said. So I could give her feedback in English. Oh, sorry, there's a bad word. Anyways, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna see. Look at that. I can make all these friends who are learning English and they speak Spanish. So it connects me with people who are gonna help me and I can help them, which is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Tandem. And then I guess I could just post something and have people give me feedback. So that's great, except again, it wants you to upgrade to actually use that feature and receive the feedback. So that's a bummer. Okay, over to review. It says I have 3 weak words because I've only done it one time. But I imagine if you have a lot of things and you do a lesson more than once, or the lessons kind of repeat the same vocabulary and stack onto each other, then slowly they become your strong words, which is a cool feature to have. And then let's look at practice. Over here, it reroutes you to signing up again to different little lessons where you talk with the language tutors, which is unfortunately like $50 a month. So could not do that. But yes, let's look over here now. Okay, so I was playing around with the review section again, and I actually was able to correct somebody's exercise. So that was cool. It just gave me an option to listen to or read their script, whatever they post. Here, I'll show you. Give feedback. When I give feedback, it gives me a little thing. I can record up to 30 seconds of verbal feedback. I can leave a comment. I can give them a rating, and then I send them their little review. So I thought that was pretty cool. And helps create some community on the app as well. Here's the target, which would show if I had upgraded. And then this is where I would have some friend requests. And then somebody already asked me if I could correct their exercise, so that's fun. Actually, why don't we do that?
Hello, my name is Nidia. I am Colombian. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Alright, so, based on that, I would probably listen to it a couple times and then give her some feedback, type it up, and then send it on over. But that's cool how fast you already receive requests for things. Let's go here. Alright, and that's pretty much everything. There's profile settings, you can invite friends. Also, there's a tour, which is a cool feature in case this is kind of overwhelming to you. And let's look at redeem a voucher. That's cool. Look at this for educators. Maybe there is a classroom. Yep, look at that. So I guess there is a way to kind of get a group rate for this, and it talks about how they work with universities and schools. Good job, everyone. I'm sure you have to pay. Of course, but it's cool that they do have an option to do some kind of, collaboration with the school where maybe they'll give you a group discount of sorts. But yeah, okay. Overall, I thought this was a really cool app. I like the idea behind it of giving you a couple lessons at a time and then scheduling a one-on-one practice session with a certified language tutor that you can practice just what you talked about in those lessons. I don't like how expensive it is, but I do understand because those are certified tutors. And overall, it looks like it has really cool graphics. It's been updated. It's very bright and user-friendly, not confusing, and super simple to create an account. And I do like that at the very least there is a free option where you can look at a lot of different just lessons, which I think would be a good tool, like I said, more of just kind of an extra if your students finish early or if you want to do a warm-up of sorts. I think that this would be a really good tool for them to work with in a classroom setting. Thank you for listening. Bye.